Hi, my name is Cesar Isobel. I'd like to start my speech. Since space exploitation began, mankind has considered ways to minimize the contamination of outer space. International law and standards to protect and preserve life in space must be established. We have two main points: avoid irreversible damage and provide adequate laws. Let me explain our first point: avoid irreversible damage. From the scientific point of view, bringing biological matter from the Earth to another planetary body can severely damage its pre-existing environment, especially when searching for extinct or existing life. From an ethical point of view, the Outer Space Treaty states, quote, "The exploration and use of outer space shall be carried out for the benefit and in the interest of all countries, irrespective of their degree of economic or scientific development," unquote. Outer space and the celestial body are considered global resources for the benefit of all mankind. Therefore, we have an ethical duty to protect space from contaminations. Just as we declare agricultural items traveling in and out of Hawaii and New Zealand to keep native ecosystems safe, we must be careful with wildlife we bring into space. In the future, interplanetary and interstellar contamination might become a threat to spread infections or aggressive life forms into a new environment that is not separate from them. Recently, there are plans to explore colonies and main on planetary bodies. They are parts of several contamination threats. If contaminated carelessly, their operations could irreversibly damage the poor environment and ecosystem of the planet. The search of extrastellar life might become impossible. One might never be able to answer mankind's oldest question: is there other life out there? Our second point: provide adequate laws. Looks at their issue from the legal perspective. The Outer Space Treaty is inadequate. Article 9 is the only article that discusses contamination, and the treaty does not consider private space exploration. Space is becoming more and more privatized. In 2015, the U.S. passed the Space Act to boost the space industry. This allowed our U.S. citizens, a U.S.-based corporation, to engage in the commercial exploitation and exploitation of space and space resources, including water and minerals. As a result, more private actors are exploiting opportunities to colonize and mine in space. The current Outer Space Treaty does not cover private mission precisely, so we have no way of protecting the contamination of celestial bodies from private companies and actors. Therefore, we must incorporate an overriding ethical obligation to protect and preserve EML and ecosystems. Thank you.